local government efforts to check indiscriminate cutting down of trees and bush burning in the state. Adama Survey Conducts Officer of the National Orientation Agency, NOA, Mr. Audrey Doko, urges the public to follow due process in lodging complaints of dissatisfaction on services rendered to them. 10th anniversary of the Tabital Placo International holding in Yola said to be addressing issues of peace, unity and harmonious relationship between Fulbe and other communities. The Inspector General of Police, Muhammad Abubakar, says mobile police arm of the Nigeria Police Force will be repositioned in a bid to address the current security challenges in the country. And now the details of the bulletin. The Adama State House of Assembly has passed a resolution directing state ministers of Environment and Local Government Affairs to check indiscriminate felling of trees and bush burning in the state in a view of their threat to the conservation of the environment. The resolution, which followed a presentation of a matter of urgent public importance by member representing Michika constituency, Adamu Dale Kamale, equally called for the replacement of all trees felled in the Jumeta metropolis. Correspondent Muntaga Hiwa has the rest of the story.
In a subject of urgent public importance, the Michika representative Adamu Kamale said indiscriminate tree cutting, especially along Jumeta Yola Road, due to the ongoing construction of the key road, is hazardous to the environment. The legislator observed that Adamawa was faced with a harsh environment, adding that it is an important factor to the survival of not just human but also plants and animals. While appealing to his colleagues to support the motion, Adamu Kamale held that the dry period goes usually with unchecked burning of bush in the countryside areas, and observed the need to draw the attention of the Environment Ministry to put into effect all laws that protect and preserve forests in Adamawa.
We are all witness to what is happening with our trees, especially in Jimeta town, due to some road constructions, which we believe those contractors are doing the right job. Most of the trees that are being cut, if you look around the zoo area, the recreational center we are having, they are being threatened or they are being cut indiscriminately. My view here, Mr. Speaker, is that this Honorable House need to do something to draw the attention of Minister of Environment to, as a matter of urgency, enforce all the laws guiding indiscriminate tree cuttings in the state capital and other local governments throughout the state.
Contributing member representing Hong constituency, Wafari Teman, who subscribed to the initiative, condemned the act of unlawful tree felling as they constitute a major part of the environment essential for all living components. Wafari Teman said the House needs to call the attention of the Ministry of Environment to replace all cut down trees in the state as championed by the state government. The legislators generally voted in favor of the motion, and Deputy Speaker Kwamoti Laori, who presided the plenary, passed a resolution and directed the affected ministry to enforce laws preventing burning of bush and as well replace all trees cut down indiscriminately by citizens. From the Adamawa Assembly, Muntaga Hiwa reporting.
The 10th anniversary celebration of the Tabital Placo International holding in Yola, Adamawa State is addressing issues of peace, unity and harmonious relationship between the Fulanis and other communities, in addition to dealing with other development issues. Adamawa State Governor Admiral Murtala Nyako observed at the occasion that the challenges facing the Fulani nomads needed to be addressed to guarantee their means of livelihood, emphasizing the need for peaceful coexistence, tolerance and respect for others. Government House correspondent Hiram Rubel Lokdi tells us more.
The 10th anniversary celebration of the Tabital Placo attracted prominent Fulani leaders at the international level to address some of the challenges faced by the Fulanis. Leaders from Niger, Senegal, Mali, Burkina Faso, Guinea, Cameroon, Gabon, Gambia, Ghana, Mauritania, Chad and other nations are all in Yola to address development issues. Issues of climate change, including desertification and other ecological imbalances, have been identified as some of the challenges that needed to be tackled, in addition to other factors that threaten the Fulani cultural values. The grand patron of the association and the Lamido Adama, Dr. Muhammadu Barkindo Aliyu Mustafa, condemned the negative attitude of some pastoralists who attack innocent people in the name of grazing, stressing that efforts are on to address the development. The international president of Tabital Plaku, Alpha Ahmadu Diallo, the national president, Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, and Deputy Governor Kano State, the guest of honor and former Malayan First Lady, Madam Adama Omar Konori, represented by General Ismaila Sise, all call on Fulbe to unite and respect constituted authorities.
A political conflict in Mali and communal clashes in Plateau State in Nigeria are among the major problems identified as confronting pastoralists in sub-Saharan Africa in recent times. Dr. Salim Omale of the Center for Dry Land Agriculture, Bayero University, Kano, disclosed this in a paper he presented at a symposium held in Eula to mark the 10th anniversary of Tabital Plaku International. Portal News correspondent Ya'u Siuto Gembo has the details of the report as presented by Abdul Karim Yakubu.
In a paper titled Transhuman Pastoralism, West and Central Africa, Issues, Challenges and the Way Forward, Momale pointed out that lack of sustainable grazing lands for the pastoralists also constitute another factor affecting the healthy growth of pastoralism in West and Central Africa. He added that the identified problems constitute great threats to the social, cultural and economic survival of Fulbe pastoralists in particular and all other pastoral groups in general within the West and Central parts of Africa. Momale suggested the constitution of an international advocacy team to coordinate and mobilize the elites of Fulbe background in all nations to support the cause of pastoralists. Speaking on the need to reverse the ongoing degeneration of the Fulbe pastoralist culture, social and economic resources, Dr. Saleh Momale said they should be restored to the path of honor, progress and development. He therefore advocated for a change of pattern among pastoral organizations that will ensure the improvement of livestock breeding techniques. The symposium, chaired by Sanu Abdullahi from America, has in attendance personalities from Ghana, Cameroon, Chad, among others.
The mobile police arm of the Nigeria Police Force will be repositioned in a bid to address the current security challenges in the country, the Inspector General of Police, Muhammad Abubakar, has said. Abubakar said this on Tuesday in Abuja at a meeting with squadron commanders of the Police Mobile Force MPF from the 36th state of the Federation and the FCT. He said the meeting was called to look at the personnel strength of each squadron, their respective commanders, as well as their readiness and capabilities to tackle challenges. Also to be addressed, according to him, are the issues of bribery and corruption, illegal duty, training and capacity building, and the welfare of officers and men of the mobile force. The IG said that the preparedness of the police to secure lives and property during the Christmas and New Year celebrations, as well as general security in 2013, would also be addressed. These have become necessary because of the tasking challenges that we are facing, he said. The IG said that only competent officers will be deployed to head squadrons and units in an effort to tackle crimes and acts of terrorism in parts of the country. Abubakar noted that while some of the squadrons and units had recorded success, others were deficient, adding that there was need to review their operations. Meanwhile, the House of Representatives in Abuja on Tuesday rejected a bill seeking the establishment of the Nigeria Police Reform Trust Fund. The bill seeks to establish a trust fund to make more money available to the police for its operations. The members unanimously voted against the bill, and the Deputy Speaker, Mr. Emeka Ihedioha, who presided the plenary, put it to vote. Representative Mulikat Akandi Adiola